Hey, Dennis. Hello. Welcome, Neji.
I'm here. Hi.
Hey, awesome picture. How you doing?
Great. How are
Awesome.
you?
Great. Very good here as well. Just waiting for a few other people to join us as they come in. And
Okay,
then
no
we'll get
problem.
started. Just give me 2 or 3
Okay.
minutes and hope all is well. Where are you located right now?
I'm in Plantation, Florida.
Oh boy. How's the weather there?
Nice. Not
Yes.
hot, not cold. So.
Oh boy. Here in New York it's very humid and raining.
Oh yeah, we had a lot of wind during the day, but now it's a lot better.
Got it. Very good. Well, glad to have you on here. Let's just see. I know that we have a few more people coming on. Let me just send a reminder and then we'll get started because we have a few things want to go over. And let me see. Let's see. There we go. So let's see here. Yep, we have a few people coming on. Then we have a few other people who asked to be put on a different day. So we're going to ask about having these meetings on a different day because business plans, business improvement, business startups, building your business now, advancing it, transforming it is all about one thing, getting you involved. Yes, let's see who just joined us here. Dennis, my man. Welcome, Dennis.
Hello, good morning.
That's right. It's morning for you. Wow.
Yes. How's everything good?
Good. Just having a little bit of sip of tea here because, you know, we got to keep healthy. So keeping our positive vibes going. Yes. How about you?
Definitely.
You just woke up. I know that.
Yeah, but
I'm probably going to get another nap before you go, right? To work?
yeah, that's the plan. An hour to 2 hours before I go back in.
Wow. Very good. So we've got is it Neji? Is that how you pronounce it? On the line as well?
Yes, Neji.
Neji, great. Yes, Neji's in Plantation, Florida. Dennis is in Long Island, New York, I believe. And
Okay.
yes, and we have a few more people. We have another person who's supposed to come on from Florida area. So waiting for them to come on. And then we can get started in another minute or so. I just sent that reminder. I think I did. Let's see. There are some other people who are doing some sort of a live broadcast through their own program, and they wanted to be on here, but they can't because the program is at the same exact time. So we're not going to be able to have them on because of that. Tanisha, welcome, Tanisha. Tanisha, welcome.
Hi.
Hey,
Thank you.
welcome. All right, Tanisha. Thank you for joining us. Where are you located, Tanisha?
I'm in South Florida. I'm in Fort Lauderdale.
You're in Florida as well. Oh my God, one of my favorite places. So now we have Neji, we have Tanisha, and I'm waiting for at least what is it, 3 more people to join us. So give us a moment and then we'll be with you. Thank you, Tanisha, for being on here.
Thank you for having me.
All right, awesome, awesome. See who else is coming on. So, just so you're aware, what we're going over today is something that I have had. I had issues at the beginning, meaning I didn't know where to start. I didn't know where to go. I didn't know what to expect from building a business now. And I didn't know that it required more than just plopping a business, renting it, and then that's it. You know, it requires so much more. So we're going to go over a few of those things today because I don't want to overwhelm anyone with lots of information, but I like to focus on a few things so that way you get the most out of this meeting and how to build your business now. So let's see. So we're going to give 1 more minute and then we'll get started. At 8:05 we'll get started. And probably the first question, I'm just going to ask you 1 question, each of you. You don't have to answer. You can type it out if you like in the chat and I'll read them out. But I'd like to know, do you have any idea what type of business you want to do and what is it? That's the only question I'm going to ask you now. And then we're going to build on that question in general so that we can together formulate a better plan to building our business, to realizing it. So do you know what business you want to build and what is it?
Is it okay to say that I have ideas about possible businesses, but I don't have the ideas for how to make them happen, or which one's going to be profitable, or the direction I really should be going, because I haven't stepped into them yet?
So write them down in the chat in one text, and let's look at those after I give a brief scenario of what a business should be dealing with in order to get started. So let's see. So let's get started here. So, all right. So again, everyone, thank you for joining us. This is about a meeting about advancing your business now. And in reference to advancing your business now, the importance of advancing a business is, where do you start? Is there a perfect place to start? No, there's no place to start, but you do have to start. So that's the important thing. Is there a perfect method to getting started? No. If you haven't started, then you're not getting anywhere yet. Just as important it is to get started, it's important to know what type of business you want to get into. So most of us don't know. Like when I started, I was looking and I wanted to be a life coach. This was what, 3.5 years ago, I wanted to be a life coach. And then the more I wrote, the more I realized that life coach is part of what I do, but it does not describe exactly what I want people to purchase, what I want people to invest in, what I want people to grow from. Life coach is something that everyone is becoming involved in. Now, I'm not putting it down. I'm not saying it's a bad thing to be a life coach, but what I am saying is that you have to know why you want to do something. And how do you find that out? Number 1, I'm going to share the screen right now. Let's see if I can get this on. Let's see, give me a second. So planning your business. Can you all see that there? Let me know. Can anyone just let me know if you can see it, because I'm sharing it, so I might not be able to see anything else. Is that good? Can anyone see that?
Yeah, I can see it. On a phone, it's a little bit smaller, but I can open
Let me
it
see
up.
how I can zoom in. Let me see how I can zoom in. Zoom. See if that's any better.
Yes, that's better. For me anyway, that's better.
Well, I'm trying to get it even bigger than that, but I'm not too savvy with, oh, here we go. So let's go here. Boom. Hope that's not too big for you now. So planning your business. What does it entail? So there's no easy way to plan your business. But number one is, what do you want out of your business? What is your passion? That's the question that everyone asks me. I'm certain you've heard of that. What is your passion? What do you love to do? Has anyone been asked that in this group? I'm certain you have. I've been asked that many times. But that's one of the things I'd like to go over. Number two is market research and competitive analysis. All right? Market research and competitive analysis. Business plans required to know, how are you going to market yourself? How are you going to find people to invest in your business? And unfortunately, business plans don't necessarily go into this unless you have it written on paper somewhere. Meaning, are you going to rely on social media? Are you going to go face to face and meet people? Are you going to go to events and meet people? Are you going to invest in advertising? Do you have money to invest in marketing? So market research helps you find customers for your business, but who is assisting you with market research? Are you on your own? Do you have a team? Do you have a company that you're relying on to assist you with that? The answers to all of these in most people is no. You don't have a team. You don't have others to rely on. You're relying on yourself. The competitive analysis helps you make your business unique. So let's take into the example of being a life coach. How do you make that experience unique? Well, for me, until I got everything down on paper and then realized that I could be more specific on what I do, it makes it easier for everyone else to purchase. Meaning, for example, when you have someone who's the chief financial officer of a company compared to the chief executive officer of a company, or compared to the chief marketing officer of a company, guess what? They're experienced in one background according to their title. And that's what we want people to know you for the most. So Tony Robbins, who's one of the biggest speakers out there, is he known as a life coach? No, he's not known as a life coach. What is he known as? Probably Dennis knows the answer to that, right, Dennis?
Generally a motivational speaker.
So he's what is known as a high performance coach.
Right.
He's also known as a business strategist. And on top of that, he's also a consultant to many, many millionaires. How did he get all of these titles? Well, he started out with one, and he worked on it until it fell through. You can call it life coach. You can call it whatever you want. But I think that he started out talking to people and helping them out with marriage issues, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right? Anyone know? I'm pretty certain that's where he started out. So number 3, combine them to find a competitive advantage for your business. You have to learn how to market yourself and how to get the competitive analysis. So let's take, for example, Dennis. Are you able to speak?
Yes.
What are one or two of the businesses that you're interested in getting out there? And it doesn't matter what it is. It's just that we want to work with some real samples.
Ideally, crisis intervention coaching.
Okay, so this is the perfect time for crisis intervention. And that is highly needed. There are a lot of people who are stressed. There are a lot of people who are committing suicide, who are unable to react in a timely manner because they don't know any resources that they can rely on. So how do you market yourself to these types of people?
Right now,
What
it's
do you?
mostly been word of mouth, but you know, I have issues with understanding, should I charge or not? Could I charge? Is it more about, because caring about people's lives, it's not really a business. So you ask me what I like doing. I like helping people get clear about certain things that I know that I can help them with. But marketing that, making it into a business, that's a foreign thing to me.
So marketing. So this is something that I want to tell you. Most companies out there will tell you, hit all your friends up, get them to join. I'm certain you've heard of something like that,
Yes.
right? Well, number one is, yes, you want to hit up all your friends, but not in that way. And that's what I found out. They're your best market research,
Okay.
right? How do you utilize them? Do not rely on them to becoming customers. Dennis, have I relied on you becoming a customer in all the years I've known you?
No.
Okay. However, what you do rely on them is if you put your trust in people, in your friends, your immediate friends, those in your immediate circle, if they rely on you, if they see that you're adding value to their lives, they will be willing to offer you their circle of friends, no matter how small or how big they are. But
Okay.
you've got to be able to resolve at least one of their problems or agree to some sort of situation that needs either repair, amendment, a different perspective, something that will assist them with their lives. That's how you do market research here, or you start. Now, the next step to market research is having money. Because if you had money, then you could advertise. I don't know what category any of you fall in here, but I'll tell you this. Did you know that there are services out there that are willing to give you money either through a very low interest rate or through a grant? However, what do you need to get these loans and grants? I'm going to tell you in the next few steps. After the next few steps, sorry. Write your business plan. Do you know your business plan? That's number one. What do you want to do? If you don't know what you want to do, or if you think you know what you want to do, who have you shared it with that can assist you with improving it? Not everyone knows that they need to share it or at least view it regularly. A business plan is not something that you write and then just forget about. It's something that you have to continuously review and improve on it so that the business plan becomes your way of thinking. So let's say that you want to be able to sell cars, right? What would your business plan be? To improve the lives of people in their 30s with providing them cars that are outfitted for the 21st century. I'm just making this up. So if I'm wrong, if I make you laugh because I'm saying crazy things, but that's how things happen. That's how you write your business plan, and which I will show you my business plan. It's not going to be today because it'll take too much time. I want to keep these meetings short and brief and concise. If you don't have your business plan written down, it would be great that you started working on it, and then we could improve upon it. So that's the question right now. Do you have a business? Do you have your business plan written down? If you don't, what are you waiting for? Who are you waiting for? Your business plan is the foundation of your business. Learn how to write a business plan quickly and efficiently with a business template. I have a few samples here that I'm going to show you how to write a business plan. Calculate your startup costs. Do you know what it costs to get started? Let's say you want to create a restaurant somewhere, right? Do you know what your startup cost is? Do you know the monthly rent? Do you know how much to pay your employees, your cook, you know, everyone else who's working to build this business, the insurance, the rent, the other expenses involved. Sorry, just having a cup of coffee, tea here. Calculate your startup costs. How much will it take to start your small business? On average, I would say people will need anywhere from 5,000 to 100,000, maybe more. It depends on what type of business you want. Calculate the startup costs for your small business so you can request funding, attract investors, and estimate when you'll turn a profit. These are things that are needed in your business plan. You need to be able to show why you want funding if you want to request a loan. Attracting investors to your business. A lot of people are afraid of attracting investors to their business because they don't know who these people are. They're afraid. Well, listen, I know everyone's afraid. I know that. I've been there. At times I'm afraid, but that's the left side of you talking. How about the right side of you talking? The one that's gung-ho. Just like today, I did a 45-second video and I told people, you know, the left side talking to you about, oh, you know, I'm afraid of having a partner in this because they might rob me. Yeah, it could go wrong. You could lose money. But then the right side of you, the side where the angel sits on, tells you, go for it, do it. And which side do most people tend to listen to? The fear side. The one that tells them to remain comfortable, to not go out there and do these things. Funding your business. It costs money to start a business. Funding your business is one of the most important aspects to starting a business. Your financial choices most business owners make are to have loans or grants or get a business partner that can invest in your business. How do you choose to fund your business? That could affect how you structure and run your business. Other people choose to purchase an existing business or franchise like Dunkin' Donuts, McDonald's, Starbucks, and so on. Now, are these viable businesses? Of course they are, but they're getting more and more expensive, and there are newer ones that are coming out. So if you choose to go that route, there's nothing wrong with it. Buying an existing business or franchise, starting a business from scratch can be challenging. Franchising or buying an existing business can simplify the initial planning process. So this is what I want to show you here, a sample of the, a sample business plan. Now this business plan is a little bit more than the ones that I want to go into. So I'm going to give you an idea of what these, just the main topics are. So I don't know, can you see the whole screen there? We can do it consulting. This is the name of the company. So their business plan was done in 2016.
No, I still see a blank screen.
Oh, you don't see that?
No, I just see your...
How about now? Can you see that?
I see Rebecca Champ, owner.
That's right. So we can do it consulting. That's the name of the company, business plan. So I just want you to take a look at the headers of these. Now, it says executive summary. Doesn't that sound like you're professional? Right? This is basically what? Your why, right? Now, your why includes what are you planning to sell? Your product. We can do it, provides consultation services, etc., small and medium companies. Our services include office management, business process, re-engineering to improve efficiency and reduce administrative costs. So that's a type of executive summary. Customers, in reference to executive summary, your target audience. You need to have a section where who is your target audience. Don't just say anyone and everyone. No, be more specific. When you're more specific, I don't know why, but something just happens. Don't just expect that you're going to just jump in and everyone's going to jump in. No, you got to Be realistic, cater to specific people, all right? The future of the company. Consulting is fast-paced. In response to this climate, we can do it. We'll offer other services, including facilitation and requirement analysis in the future. So this is some of the things that you know you can offer, but you're working on it, and immediately you won't be able to offer, right? Now, for example, I am a multiple book author, and I'm planning to release some more books in the next month or two. So I know that I have the books in the process. However, I'm not finished yet. So these are some of the future things that I'll be able to offer, right? Your company description, your mission statement. This is where you list why you want to exist. So in this case, to provide quality services to our clients that will help their companies prosper and grow. And then under the company description, should it be your principles, whether it's just yourself, or maybe you have a business partner, an account manager, an accountant, a bookkeeper, and so on. Now the legal the legal structure of this company is an S corporation. Why is this important? Because if you're requesting a loan, a grant, or someone to invest in your company, you need to have it in this method, right? Maybe you're not there yet, but I'm just trying to give you a brief scenario of what a little bit more comprehensive business plan looks like compared to a simple one, right? Any questions from anyone so far?
No.
Okay, good. Market research, your industry. So this is where you need to figure out, how are you getting your customers? What do you need to do? Maybe you need to pay someone who is experienced in doing click funnels, in creating a website, in investing in getting you clients to come and visit your page. All right? Do you have that type of resource? If you don't, we have people who are willing to work with you immediately. All right? So this down here, I want you to, I'm going to highlight this right here. The consulting industry is still recovering from the economic recession. Why am I saying that? We're pretty much in a recession, although it only is said until afterwards. It was hit hardest in 2009 when the industry, let's see, was this, shrank by 9.1%. However, as the economy recovers, the industry is showing signs of growth. A recent study stated that operations management consulting is projected to grow by 5.1% per year for the next several years. Now, the reason to jump in now into creating a business, because a lot of businesses are going out of business. A lot of businesses are becoming available to be purchased. A lot of restaurants in particular are being left all on property, and someone just has to go in and pay the rent, and voila, they have a restaurant. I don't know. Did you know this? Or is this just me speaking here? Detailed description of customers. This is where you need to figure out what your customers will come from. Who are you catering to? How are you going to get your resources directed to getting them to come to you? Now, the advantages of the company are only as strong as our consultants. Now, that is a little... I mean, this is just a sample, but I just want to give you an idea that your advantages, you have to figure that out. And I'm going to tell you that in order to build a business plan, there are 9 steps that we're going to look at after this. Very simple 9 steps. Aside from ensuring our team is flexible, fast, and can provide expert advice, and can work on short deadlines, we will take the following steps to support consulting services. So these are samples of how they support consulting services. You can see maintain, ensure, provide, develop. It looks like a resume, practically. So if you have a resume, there's going to be parts where you can just plop in the information, right? Company advantages. Your company is usually about you in the beginning. As you expand, then this section will grow. But this is pretty much where you would find similar to a resume, right? Now, regulations, this is where you exist, how you're federally or by state regulated, and so on. The service line, this is the products that you sell or the businesses that you're offering. Business process, office management, on-site office management, business process, change management, customer relationship, financial performance, operation improvement, risk management. Believe it or not, a lot of these things you can adapt according to your business. Let's take, for instance, crisis management, as Dennis described. Well, you've got risk management. You've got operations improvement, but it's more about what? Inner improvement or interior versus exterior. There are other words that you can use: spiritual improvement, mind improvement, financial performance is in risk management, customer relationship is in risk management, just to give you an idea. So a lot of these things can be repeated throughout many, many businesses. Now, your pricing structure, at the beginning, I recommend go very low. Yes, I know you would love to charge $500. I know you would love to charge $1,000. However, let's be realistic. Is it going to happen that quickly? I don't think it will happen that quickly. So I suggest that you have an introductory offer, but tell people what your normal rate is as well. Why do I say that? Because they will always believe they're getting an offer, and that's the way you should make it look. So for example, maybe it costs $500 for the year to hire you, but now you have a sale and you're 50% off or 60% off to the first 10, 100 people, all right? So that's how you get these costs done. Your product life cycle. All services are ready to be offered to clients pending approval of contracts. So this client is basically pending contracts. The risk management that Dennis offers, that's also pending approval on contracts. I have contracts, people pending to sign contracts. Intellectual property rights. We Can Do It Consulting is a trademark named in the state of South Carolina, and we have filed for protection of our proprietary process and other intellectual property such as our logo. So these are things for more down the line. Research and development is probably down the line. However, you can put the following into your business plan because it's very simple. You're going to create a custom technology. You're going to determine the need for additional consulting or the need for additional coaches or mentors, for additional employees, additional chefs. It depends on the business you're in. Find trends in, this one is software solutions. Find trends in social media. Find trends in social gatherings, whatever it may be. But these are very simple terms that you can use for research and development. This is our last page. Marketing and sales. Now, growth strategy. You have to have a growth strategy. And the growth strategy is plain and simple. You do not sell to your friends. All right? If they're interested in buying, the best way to sell to them is not selling to your friends. All right? Everyone wants to sell to their friends. I've gotten hit upon many, 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 many times. However, your friends should know, I have a business. I'm not looking to sell to you. However, I want to present it to you. And number one, I want you to tell me what you think. And once they tell you what they think, then you say, well, do you think that it is worthy of you giving me a list of 3 to 5 names that I could call and say that you referred me, and just seeing where it goes? All right. So this is a strategy that I'm trying to give you that works time and time again. Do not sell to your friends. Do not sell to your friends. Their friends are also the people you do not want to sell directly. As crazy as it may seem, your friends' friends are not the people that you are necessarily going to be selling to. However, the people that those friends of your friends introduce you to, those are your target market. Those are where reality happens. So if you are confused about sales and if you don't know much about selling, I just gave you the 101 and 102 of selling. Although it takes a little bit of practice, you do not sell to your immediate friends. You do not sell to their immediate friends, but you sell to those people's friends. So the third group and onwards, friends. Always trying to do two things. Number one, how can you improve this person's life? Number two, if I have improved your life, would you be willing to recommend 2 or 3 people or 5 or a few people? Because the more that you get recommendations, the more you can sell to others. Communicate with your customers. Never, I mean, unless you're interested in a one-time deal or one-time sell, you've got to constantly communicate with them. You know, you can have meetings, maybe with local managers or specific companies. You could use social media. You can provide contact information on company website, but you've got to have methods of being able to communicate with your customers so that they become repeating and lifetime customers. People believe that they just have to sell to people once and it's all over. Nonsense. That is nonsense. You've got to make lifetime customers out of people. You've got to be in the process of providing a service that will assist them for life. How to sell. That's something that we just went over, all right? Becoming an influencer is how to sell. Maybe you're afraid of selling. Maybe you're afraid of selling some product for somebody else. Maybe insurance. I sell insurance. That's one of the many, many things that I do in my company. So when you're looking to do your business plan, I want you to look at all of these things as very important. However, if any one of these, how to sell, communicate with the customer, your growth strategy in marketing and sales, research and development, intellectual property rights, product lifestyle, pricing structure, product service line, let's see, regulations, company advantages, detailed description of customers, market research, your legal structure, principal members, mission statement, future of the company, customers, product. This is your executive summary, and I think that's it. And then I have one more sample to show you. So let's see here. Let's see. Okay, so this is how I got started. All right, this is how I got started. I have 9, and I'm going to add one more at the end, business plan creation. This is how I started my business plan. Number 1, write these down. I'm going to take my time with these if you don't know. Describe the problem your potential customer has or have. Your potential customers have. Describe it. See you all there. Can't see anyone. All right, can you guys see me? Can you hear me? Let's see. All right, hey Martha, welcome.
Thank you.
All right, so describe the problem your potential customers have. This question is designed to make you think of not what you're selling, right? Most people know what they're selling, I think, or what they might want to sell, right? You know that. But describe it in a method that you are trying to solve someone's problem, your potential customer's problem. Don't think it's about you selling as much as it is about you describing the problem your potential customers have and how you can improve their lives. Number 2, your solution, your product or service. This is what you want to sell, and why you want to sell, it becomes before that. what you're offering these people with their problems, this is a work in progress. This is easier said than done. Your client's problem. It could be, let's say if you're starting a restaurant, they're looking for, you know, vegan meals, or they're looking for steakhouse, or they're looking for fast food. I mean, they're just three simple ones. A soup kitchen, a soup. Sorry, I used to go to a soup place down in Chinatown. I don't know if they're still there, but one of the best soups. Wo Hop, I think is what it was called. Wo Hop. Been a while. Downtown Manhattan, Chinatown. Number 3, your business model. How are you going to make money? All right. How are you going to make money? In the beginning, most companies do not make money. They don't. Sorry, just choked on a little bit of tea. Excuse me. Just in case, don't think I have any ailment. Just a small water went through the wrong tube. So your business model, how are you going to make money? In the beginning, it's going to be a little tough. You might have to invest. You might not get any money at the beginning because you have to build rapport. Rapport, how do you spell rapport? R-A-P-P-O-R-T. Building rapport. How do you build rapport? Look at number 1. Describe the problem your potential customers have. That's how you build rapport. So you're not necessarily going to sell to anyone and everyone you meet. However, if someone has a problem that is related to the solutions that you can provide, your solution, then you're building rapport. Number 3, you're building rapport through your business model that will allow you to make money. Right? Now, I have several businesses. It's hard for me to go in and just blurt out and say, oh, I do this, I do that, I do this, I do that, I do this, I do that. Do not do that. Dennis, did you hear me? Martha?
Yes.
Neji? Did you hear me?
Yes.
Do not do that. Do not offer clients 10 things that you can do. All right? You have to find out what their problem is, and that's your only point of focus. If it meets your criteria, right? This is where people fail because they say, oh, well, you know, I'm into, let's say, helping people get out of bankruptcy, but I also do this and I do that and I do this and I do that. No, help them out with one thing. Once you build that rapport with them and helping them out on their initial problem, guess what? They will come back to you. Or once you resolve it, then you can say, well, listen, if you ever need help with anything that has to do with money or with X or with Y or Z, I'm here. You know, and did you think we did a good job? Would you be willing to give me some referrals that I could give a call? And then once they give you referrals, then you tell them, listen, is it okay that I say that you recommended me? Don't blurt it all out at once. Your business is about selling you. It's not about selling anything else, all right? Number 4, your target market. Who are your customers and how many of them are there? I don't know how many there are. However, how many did you meet today? Most probably only the people you met through social media. Am I correct? Am I off? I did not meet anyone today. So my answer to that is 0. However, what are you doing to meet people? What are you doing? How are you going to get your business ahead if you're not meeting people, if you're not communicating with people, if you're not finding out what their problems are, and maybe you can offer something to provide a solution. Your target market will depend on the problem in number 1. What problem do your customers have? That's what it will depend on. Competitive advantage. What makes you stand out compared to, let's say, compared to Dennis or Martha or Neji or Tanisha, right? Let's see. Tanisha, yep. What makes you more competitive than someone else? Is it your marketing? Is it your website? Is it the system that you have? Maybe it's your experience. Maybe it's the price or presentation, your visuals, or maybe it's your custom or innovative designs. So whatever it is, you have to keep that in focus as your primary focus. You could have all of these, but you've got to have some that are much more important than others. And you'll figure this out once you start writing. Number 6, management team. Who runs it? Is it you right now? Who would you like to have in the next 5, maybe 10 years running it? Just list some people. It doesn't have to be right. It just has to get you started creating the energy to building your business. Number 7, financial summary. Now, this is where a lot of people get worried, get afraid. You need to know what your costs are. Not everyone knows what they are because they're trying to resolve it in their own brain. Who are you talking to in reference to your financial summary? You know, the cost, the expenses, the revenue, the 6-month, the 1-year projections, your 100K monetary expenses versus revenue. Whatever it is, you've got to figure out where your financial summary is. Maybe it's 0 right now, or maybe it's just $100, right? But whatever it is, you've got to figure it out. Let's say you're interested in writing many books, right? What's your financial summary look like? Well, for every book that I self-publish, it only costs me, I don't know, $200, let's say. I'm just throwing it out there. But if I go to a service, then it's going to cost me anywhere from $700 to $1,500, right? So you've got to figure out your costs. Now, what I recommend people to do is, even on a small basis, right? You need to start thinking of how long is it that you want to do hourly jobs. Jobs that you can pass on to someone else to take care of. How long do you want to do this? Right? Number 8, funding needs. If there are any funding needs or launching funds, the launch of the business, when will it be? Should be a sprint instead we choose to walk in general, right? Why? Because it's overwhelming. It can be overwhelming. And that's why I want you to answer these 9 questions as best you can. If you don't have an answer to it in the next few days, then just put, I don't know. And that way we can work together. Right? What are you raising funds for? Your launch party, right? It could be a book launch. It could be a restaurant launch. It could be some event you're planning to do. Number 9, this is what most people forget to do. The top 25% of your page determines if they're going to continue viewing it. When you build a website, all right, most people, the first things that are showing will either entice people to move on or will entice them to continue looking your page. Always remember to build your business as if you were going to sell it, or if you were going to leave it as a legacy to someone, to your kids, your wife, or whomever. Now, this is just as an example. One of the people one of the colleagues that I work with has Southern Food Festival. I don't know if any of you have heard of it. Has anyone heard of it? Southern Food Festival. It's down in Washington, D.C. Just check it out. Check out the website and see what you think. I mean, it's not the greatest website, but this person has been working on it for quite a while, and I think that they're ahead of the game. So these are the 9 questions I need you to answer in order for us to work together on your business goals. Does anyone have any questions?
Not right now.
Nope. Okay. Anyone else? Let's see. Anyone? Martha, any questions?
No,
I have a general question. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Sorry. No, ask Martha. Go ahead.
no, that's it. I don't have any question now.
Okay. So this is my question for you. Do you have a date when you want to get your business up and running? If you do not have a date when you want to get your business running, that's problem number one. You have to set a deadline, a date, all right? Why? Even if you don't meet that date, you have to take it seriously, okay? I set myself on a really tight schedule to complete 2 books by next Thursday.
Oh my God.
To get them published. Yes, you can, it's crazy, right? But the books are written. And all I have to do is create a chapter in each. So I'm going to start tomorrow or tonight, actually. I'm going to get started somehow. Why did I do such unbelievable deadline? Because if I don't commit myself, then I'm never going to get it done. All right. So I suggest that if you want something to improve in your life, then you're going to have to create these unbelievable dates that will allow you to progress in your business. But before you do any of that, I need you to create this business plan. Is this the end? No, it is the beginning of your business. Okay, meaning a lot of people will ask me, is this all I have to do? Is this the end? No, it's not the end. It's the beginning. All right, this is not all you have to do. No, it's the beginning. All right. So in case if you're wondering, this business plan is just one step of the whole factor. A lot of people get stuck on the business plan. If you need assistance with creating your business plan, then hit me up, send me a message. I'll send you a link to my Calendly. Get on there and you can present to me through Calendly what you have, right? That way we can work on it together. Dennis, any questions?
Just a general question. When you're saying that first one's the most important, which is trying to figure out what problem you're trying to solve.
Correct.
But it's like a double-edged sword when you're trying to figure out your ideal client. So is it driven by, like for me, it's a service thing. I want to serve other people. So, and I have different types of gifts and skills, which are 2 different things. So if it's the person, the ideal client that I want to help with my gifts and my skills, it's like that list. Okay, I have something that I love doing, and I'm trying to turn that into a business. So it's not me as my ideal client, because all the stuff I've done has helped me. So am I looking for somebody like me? Does that make sense? Is it just kind of like it's
So, okay, so this is when I want to be clear with you. At the beginning, I mentioned passion. What's your passion? I'm
Right.
certain you've heard of that before. Most coaches, mentors, life coaches will tell you, what is your passion? All right? That's wrong. Unfortunately, that's wrong. Because your passion is not necessarily tangible, not necessarily controllable. However, for most people, just in general, their passion is having a 9-to-5 job, working for their boss, getting the weekends off, getting 2 to 3 weeks at most off during the year. Is that seriously your passion? So this is what I want to ask you, that when you figure out what your business plan or the business that you want to get involved in creates, this type of atmosphere. Number one, does it fire you up? Do you wake up super early in the morning excited about your business? Do you go to bed late at night excited about your business? Is it all that you're thinking about your business? Is it an easy business to build? The other word that I want to compare passion to is obsession. Obsession. Everything that I just described is about obsession. Are you obsessed about building your business? If you're not obsessed, how in the world are you going to build a business? I suggest that if you figure out the difference between those two words, you'll understand that a passion is not necessarily your obsession. All right? I have a passion for off-roading on my ATV, all-terrain vehicle. However, it's not an obsession to the point that I have to do it every day, to the point that it's going to leave me lots of money. Hold on one second. My car's alarm is going off. Let's see. Yep. 1 second. 1 second, people. Whoops. Hold on. Sorry. Hello. I'm here. So it's rain. It's pouring rain here. Probably even thundering. I don't know. So the alarm's going to go off. So in reference to your obsession, did you know that most people get confused and think that their passion is necessarily the business that they want to build? Your business could be your passion. However, if you're not obsessed about your passion, then it's not going to get too much further than just being your passion. Being obsessed about building whatever it is that you want to build is what gets you ahead. Just like the book that in my book club we're reading, The Rise of Superman. The first part of that book is about super crazy athletes from all around the world. But the second part of that book is where it really gets interesting. So if you haven't read it or you haven't listened to it, I recommend you listen to it. I'm not going to tell you what the book is about because you should have it on your list of to-do things. But in reference to your business, remember, are you alone? Most people think that they're alone. That's why we're here in this community right now, trying to help each other out in building this business. So this is it for my building business strategies right now. However, in order for you to proceed for next week, I need you to come up with your business plan. It doesn't have to be perfect. I need you to fill out some of the things that you know in these 9 questions. If you don't know what they were, send me a WhatsApp message and I will send them to you. And that way you can get them and you can build on these questions. Right? Does anyone else have any questions? Nope. So this is it for today's session. I'd like to know that if you're serious about building your business, then that means that you're serious about having a few more meetings and going into further detail on how to get ahead in your business building. Right? So if you are serious about doing that, it's going to take more than just one meeting, no matter how much time you think that you can, how many things you can do in very little time. It's going to take much more than that. It took me a while, but I'm here to assist you so that it doesn't take you as long as it took me. All right. So Martha, Neji, Tanisha, Dennis, thank you very much for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
Really hope that you learned something, and that way we can work together and build upon our business plans in the next several days. If it takes you longer than a week, hey, it's your business. So that's why I say you're either off to a marathon or a sprint. So build the business plan as quickly as possible. Don't let time go by, all right? So everyone, have a great evening. Dennis, get some sleep now, and we'll talk next week. Again, we might change the date because there are some people who wanted to join us, but they couldn't make it because they had other commitments. So we're looking to change the date, and it might be either to Mondays or Saturday mornings. I don't know. I'd have to consult with each and every one of you privately to see what works for you and see, or if not, we'll just keep it to Thursdays. All right? So everyone, have a great evening. Thank you very much for being here. I'm really glad that you're interested in building your business, because if you're not interested, who else is going to do it for you? All right, remember that. Have a great evening, everyone. Take care,
Thank you,
Dennis,
David.
Martha, Tanisha, and Neji.